We still good? I guess. All right, here we go.
Well, I don't know what this thing is. Greg gets a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to DeaconLive. DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, what is actually in I can't even say it, Tofurkey, and why our concert goers are upset are in Rio de Janeiro, and a mother dresses up to attend middle school, and a strange viral outbreak in the dog community. All this and much, much more will be discussed here. Welcome to DeaconLive. How are you? And for the next 60 minutes or so, we'll get you up to date on the social news stories that you might have missed from the past 7 days or so. So how are you? How are you doing? Doing okay? I'm doing all right. I'm getting along. You know, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and there's a lot of stuff that you try to do to get prepared and everything. Now, as you guys know, I've been on the Whole30 diet now for, God, I've lost track, maybe a month, maybe a month and a half now. I'm feeling good. And so, I'm like, okay, well, I need to feel better now. I feel good now. I want to feel better. I want to keep going. My night terrors, my night sweats and all that has almost completely gone away because I haven't been eating like processed foods or anything like that. I still have a little bit of, anxiety, panic attacks now and then, but those are slowly going by the wayside. And I'm a big fan of TikTok. Now, people, say TikTok, take it with a grain of salt. And this time of year, everyone's trying to sell something on TikTok. And it's all, click this, look at this monitor, look at this, look at that. But when I watch TikTok, I watch it for, like anyone else, like entertainment and everything. But I actually watched this one lady. Now, stop me if you've heard this before. This one lady, she's British. I think so. And she's from... her Facebook or her TikTok page is called Living Springs Retreat. I know it sounds like a cult. I'm going to switch the camera for here. And don't forget, for every podcast we do, we have a matching video over on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe over there as well. That's DeaconLive Podcast over on YouTube. And you can see us here in the studio. You can see the brand new studio behind us. So check that out as well. So this lady right here, she's got, I don't know how many different videos, but she sits there and her main goal is, she looks like a granola. You know what a granola is? It's those women that just look like they smell like patchouli oil and granola cakes, and they got mud toe, that type of stuff. They don't shave their legs. And she's older. She's probably late 60s, if not early 70s. But I don't know if she's a professor or a doctor. I really haven't found all the details on her. But what she does is she goes over like all these... like the basic ingredients that you have at home can help you heal pain or heal whatever's wrong with you. And we were talking about this. Let's see. Am I on the right video here? Yeah. And let me go back to me though. Like the whole myth about putting an onion in your sock if you got congestion and over the middle of the night, while you sleep, and the onion will pull all the congestion and stuff out of your body, and then throw the onion away or you eat it. I don't know if you eat it and the onion goes back. All the biodegradable stuff goes back into your system. I don't know how that works. So I've been watching her, and what really got me hooked was the whole castor oil thing. She was talking about castor oil. Now, hold on. Let me play a little video so you guys can be familiar of who she is and what she sounds like. So let me switch this here. So here she is.
You see, age has got nothing to do with it. Muscle knows no age. So I had no sore muscles the next day. Can you see that even though I hadn't done much for 3 weeks, I hadn't lost that much fitness because of what I'm doing every other day? So it's a powerful form of exercise.
So you hear her voice. All right, so there you go. So you hear her voice. And she does all these different videos. It's some kind of retreat, I guess, holistic medicine. So one of the things that she did, let me go back to the camera. One of the things that she was talking about is the whole onion thing. We get in the cold and flu season, and you stick an onion in your sock, and you're good the next day. She starts talking about her latest TikTok videos are the ones where you take up ginger and you grind it up, and then you make like this cold compress on your knee or whatever you got swollen joints or bad feeling joints or something like that, and you put this ginger and you wrap your leg up. It seems like a whole ordeal, but still, the one thing that I'm getting hooked on is cayenne pepper. And I was like, all right, the castor oil, I read about it. It's a flop. It helps somewhat. It doesn't help you lose like belly fat or anything like that. It's old wives' tale is what they say. The ginger, I don't know. I don't have those type of elements as far as like bad knees or swollen knees or anything like that. But the cayenne pepper I can relate to, because what stuck in my mind was, and I'm at that age where I'm afraid that I'm going to have a heart attack at any time. That's why I'm trying to lose the weight. That's why I'm trying to eat better and all that stuff. But sometimes I just don't feel right. I just don't, something's not right. My mojo's not right. I'm sleeping. I'm waking up. I'm panicking while I'm sleeping. It's all these weird things. And they say that cayenne pepper helps open up your blood vessels and allows blood to flow smoother and helps, get rid of any kind of clogged arteries or loosens up everything so the plumbing works. All the blood can get where it can and get to where it needs to be and heal some of the stuff inside of you. I'm like, okay, well, that sounds like something that would be beneficial to you as a human, as a person, right? Then they also say, and this is outside of her realm. I went and did some more research. Cayenne pepper, the caspin that's in cayenne pepper, if someone starts to have a heart attack or feels like they're having a heart attack, take a little bit of cayenne and stick it underneath their tongue, and it'll automatically cease or stop that heart attack. So I'm like going, okay, my eyes got like real big because I'm like going, I'm always, I always feel like I'm on the edge of having a heart attack, with all the stuff I got going on here. I'm always at the edge of having a heart attack. So I've been drinking for 2 weeks now, the cayenne pepper thing. And what I have in my sippy cup, not this sippy cup, this is the adult sippy cup over here. But in my sippy cup, I've got a 22-ounce, 24-ounce sippy cup. This moth. There's a moth. He's going to bother me the whole night. Where's he at? That's where I got this guy. So I've been taking just a couple dashes I have water, and I take real lemon juice. I'm going to get him now, watch. Like a fighter plane going down. I take real lemon juice. It says real lemon. I put a couple squirts in there because that helps your digestive gut. And then I've been taking cayenne pepper and sprinkling it over the top of my my drink. Mixing it all up. Yes, it does have like a little bit of a bite in the back of your throat, but it's no different if you ever drank like a real ginger ale or ginger beer. It's got that little bite in the back of your throat. That's what the cayenne pepper. And I'll tell you what, hands down, I'm going to slap the table, but I don't want the camera to be bouncing all over the place. Hands down, in the last 2 weeks, I can tell a tremendous difference in my sleep pattern, in the way I feel, my chest. And this is not a sponsored ad, believe me. This is just what I've been going through over the last couple of weeks. I can feel a difference when I wake up in the morning. Normally, I was getting this weird pain right below my neck and right across my shoulder blades. And it would be like a muscle spasm. And my whole neck would go like this if you're watching this on the YouTube video. My whole neck would go like this. Like twice. It was lightning fast. Bam, bam. And I'm like going, that's it. I'm having a heart attack. Elizabeth, I'm coming. I'm coming, Elizabeth. If you know that reference. And since I've been doing the cayenne on my drink, I haven't had anything like that. So, I don't know if it's a placebo. I'm just letting you know, this is my experience of what I've been going through. And one of the other herbs that this lady, from the Living, what did I call her thing? I want to give her props. If she saves my life, I'll go with it. Living Springs Retreat. And you can find her on TikTok. One of the other things she said is, your blood sugar levels and stuff, hawthorn berry. So we physically had to order like a bottle, caplets of hawthorn berry. So I just started taking those. So the combination of all that stuff, all the terrible stuff I've been doing to my body for a long time, hopefully this will get better and I can last a little bit longer. And so there you go. That's what's been going on here. As we go into Thanksgiving tomorrow, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat gravy. I'm going to eat mashed potatoes with lots of butter and lots of salt. And we only eat turkey breasts here, so we, own white meat. We don't like the dark meat. No, we don't like the dark meat. So we eat the turkey breasts. and all the accoutrements that go with it. Fresh homemade baked bread, peas, carrots, corn, all the stuff. The stuffing, I know everyone's starving right now, but that's what we're going to have. And I'm going to go off my diet. I'm allowed 4 days. I've been doing this for a month and a half. I've been doing the cayenne pepper for about 2 weeks. I still continue to do the cayenne pepper and get through this, and then we'll get to the next plateau after that, and I'll get back on the Whole30 diet. All right, guys, stick around. When we come back, we got a lot to get into. And this 61-year-old man is upset that his date of 23 tried to rob him. And we'll get into the story of what actually happened there. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love to hear from you, and the way you can be part of the show at any given time, go over to Prophet Radio, proud sponsors of Deacon Live. That's PROPHET Radio. At the bottom of the page says Be Heard, little blue bar. It's got a little microphone on it, so whatever device you're listening to us on or at, if it's got a microphone on it, you can be part of the show. You can be podcast famous. Dive right in there, hit record. You can be anonymous if you want, and join us right here in the studio. If we don't play it on this podcast, we'll play it on the very next podcast as well. And you can say, hey, hell yeah. Also, don't forget the end of the year is coming up, and we don't do end of the year or New Year's resolutions. What we do is New Year's predictions. So if you want to get your predictions into the new year, what you think is going to happen for 2024, probably the last show of the year we'll play 2023's predictions to see if those came true. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to get yours in for 2024, get those in now. Like if you want to say, heaven forbid, you say such and such is not going to make it to whatever, or the Colts win the championship, or whatever you want to say. Put it in there, we'll play it, and we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on whatever you've got going on. And now, so this gentleman right here is 61 years old, and a woman tried to rob him, but it went down a little different than just a normal stick 'em up, give me your money type deal. In Breckser County, a man was recovering this morning from attack by his alleged robber who he took on a date. Deputies said a woman wanted $2,000, and when she didn't get it, the situation became extreme. Breckser County Deputy Sheriffs said that 61-year-old victim met the 26-year-old, sorry, I said she was 23, Kaylee Medina, on the site Seeking Arrangements. All right, I guess that's a site for sugar daddies. And the investigator said when he couldn't accommodate her with her arrangements for the $2,000, this is when the date turned criminal. The arrest warrant says that she met the victim on a dating website last month the two communicated for 2 weeks before going out on a dinner on Veterans Day. Oh, he thought he was I'm a veteran, do it for your country, honey. While there's no issue that they allegedly agreed to stay in contact, the victim said that Medina showed up at his house Tuesday morning at 2:30 in the morning. She had wine, and they talked when I'm going to get this goddamn moth. See him? Did you see him? Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm going to destroy the studio. He's under the mixing board. I'm going to get you. It's like whack-a-mole. All right. So investigators said, let me go back to it. They had wine and they talked. When Medina asked for the $2,000, he said, no way, I'm not giving you shit. Investigators said when he told Medina that he didn't have it, she destroyed his flat screen TV, entertainment center, custom painting, and the walls around the house. Deputies said when he asked Medina to stop, she poured laundry detergent over his head. The victim had to crawl out screaming for help as the detergent got into the man's eyes. A neighbor called the sheriff's office who saw the man running for his life. The victim was taken to the hospital with chemical burns on his eyes, and Medina is now facing robbery charges. So there you go. What was the name of the website that I said? Seeking Arrangements. So let me go to this website and see what this Seeking Arrange. Oh, here it is. Seeking Arrangements. Seeking Seeking.com. What is Seeking Arrangements called right now? Oh, it's been renamed as Seeking. So join for free. What does it say? Experience the luxury and lifestyle. Seeking a place is where beautiful, wealthy, successful people connect. So there you go. This guy was on this website, and then the girl said, "Give me $2,000, you rich bastard." And he said, "Hell no." So there you go. He got laundry detergent in the eye. Poor guy. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, you're 61 and she's 26. It's not seeking partner. It's just seeking arrangement. So maybe sugar daddy was in her mind, and you know what was in his mind. Now, what's in people's minds right now are that our dogs are coming up with this unusual respiratory illness in several U.S. states. So veterinary laboratories in several states are investigating an unusual respiratory illness in dogs and encouraging people to take basic precautions to keep their pets healthy as veterinarians try to pin down what's actually making these animals sick. Oregon, Colorado, New Hampshire are among the states that have seen the causes of illness, which causes a lasting respiratory disease and pneumonia. And this viral respiratory disease does not respond to antibiotics. Symptoms of the respiratory illness in dogs include coughing, sneezing, nasal or eye discharge, and lethargicness. Some cases of pneumonia progress quickly, making the dogs very sick for about 24 to 36 hours. The Oregon Department of Agriculture has documented more than 200 cases of the disease since mid-August. This has encouraged pet owners to contact their vet for their dog if their dog is sick, and told state veterinarians to report cases as soon as possible. The agency is working with researchers in the U.S. Department of Agricultural National Veterinary Service Laboratories, can we shorten that name up a little bit, to find out what's causing the illness. Some dogs have died, says Kurt Williams, director of the Oregon Veterinary Diagnostic Veterinarian at Oregon State University. Without a clear way to find the disease and a way to test for it, he said it's hard to put a number on how many have died from this serious infection. Williams said, a simple message to the dog owners: don't panic, he says. Dog owners must make sure the pets are up to date with vaccines, including protective against various respiratory illnesses. Labs across the country right now are sharing their findings as they try to pinpoint what's actually going on out there as well. So if you got a little poochie out there, a little poochie, has a little cold, a little cough, this could be the canine COVID. This could be, they can't figure out what's going on with it. And we said for a long time when COVID first came out, no, your dogs can get it. And, they're putting dogs down left and right. And then they go, no, let's stop. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And then something like this pops up and they don't know, or nothing's fighting it, no matter what they give the dog or give the animal. I feel sorry for it, but maybe it is the canine COVID. And hopefully it just doesn't mutate and get back into our systems as well. All right, guys, stick around when we come back. I commented on Facebook on this picture, and I looked back, and my comment was taken down. What that comment was and who I was referring to, well, if you're not watching the video, now's a great chance to go over there to YouTube and watch it right now. So stick around. I'll get in that story when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Dana. I'm going to say Dana. I'm going to say Dana. Because it's funnier that way. Who cares? Who cares? Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want something for free? Well, we will give you something for free, but you got to do me a favor. Go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. At the top of the page says free swag. They're proud sponsors of Deacon Live, plus several podcasts that are broadcast out of the Prophet Radio studio. Hit that free swag drop down menu and pick out whatever prize pack you want. We'll send you out to it. It's a bunch of magnets, some stickers. It might be a keychain, some buttons. There are a whole bunch of cool things in there. Pick out whatever prize pack you want. We'll send it out to you right away. It's not an email grab. It's just a way for Prophet Radio to say thank you for listening to all the great programming that they have on their station and all the podcasts that are broadcast out of this studio. Casted, I don't believe is a word in itself. And you can also be heard and follow us on our social networks, all our social links over there as well. Now, this woman right here is 30 years old. And for some reason, well, I know the reason, but we'll get into the story here in just one sec. She wanted to go and join middle school, wanted to go back to middle school. Now, when I was growing up as a kid, middle school was called junior high. Junior high was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. I was in 8th grade when they switched it to middle school, which now incorporated 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th grade went to high school. So I was only in middle school or junior high for only 2 years. So elementary school, middle school or junior high for 2 years, and then right into high school for 4 years, freshman, senior, sophomore, that type of stuff. This woman right here in El Paso, Texas, a Texas mom was found guilty Wednesday for posing as her daughter, her teenage daughter, at a middle school to prove a point, is what she said. In 2021, I believe we talked about her several years ago. I guess her case is just now coming up to the court hearing. Casey Garcia, 30, pretended to be 13 years old, pretended to be her 13-year-old daughter, and attended several classes in the San Elizaro Middle School. She posted her day-to-day routine on TikTok, saying that she was trying to make a point to prove how easy it was for an adult to enter the campus. Garcia was later arrested on criminal trespassing. The jury found her guilty. Garcia was given 6 months of probation, $100 of community service, and a $700 probate fine. So if you want to see what she looks like, I'm going to switch the camera. What camera am I going to, Charlie? Camera 4? All right, here we go. Camera 4. So here she is. Now, this is 2023. So this is 2 years ago. I don't know if this is her mugshot from... Yeah, this is her mugshot from 2021. Does she look 13 years old? Does she look like she's a middle school girl? I don't know. You know, they always say that what kind of hormones are they putting in the chicken? What are the hormones that they're putting in our food where girls are developing, you know, larger breasts and larger butt, and they're looking more mature at an earlier age? Oh, excuse me. And so this lady at 30 years old was trying to prove a point, saying how adults can get on campus. Yes, if you want to get on campus, you can. But going to dressing up and trying to be in middle, wouldn't the teacher, like right away, the teacher would go, you know, Olivia Garcia and Casey Garcia, the mom, stands up and go, here. Wouldn't you go, did you get any sleep last night? Why do you look so old and tired? And, you know, oh, no, my mom, oh, she's I can't stand my mom. And she's putting on this big act. Meanwhile, she's 30 years old, trying to be passed off as 13. So there you go. All right, so here's the picture of, well, let me go back to me, camera me, and I'll tell you what the story went down. So this woman... I've got on my friends on my Facebook page. A lot of my listeners are out there. I know them from third party and fourth party, or 15 degrees of separation. If you want to be part of the Facebook page for DeaconLive, by all means, you can do that. You can search. I'll like you all day long, or let you come in all day long. But you can't like have a profile that was put up like 3 days ago. Susan Iragama just posted a picture on Facebook. November 23, 2023. And then the next day, hey, you seem like you're really nice. I would like your profile. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Can you send me a friend request? And you're just like, delete. So there's a lot of scammers out there. And you guys, you're morons. That highlight thing, I've already fired 3 more, you guys. And right before I fire you, I go, you're a retard. And then I fire you. But this woman right here, Now I'm going to switch to the camera, and you can judge for yourself if you're watching the video here. If you're watching the video, so you're looking at the woman on the left-hand side, right? She's got long black hair. She doesn't know how to do makeup because it's hideous. She just does the black eyeliner and the pink lipstick on her face. Barely any eyeshadow. She's got deep eye sockets, so I don't know what's wrong with her. She's like, hey, props out to my bestie, Dana, I don't know how she said it. Basically, Dana, it's Dana's birthday is what she's saying. So if you're looking at this, let's say this is Christy, right? If you're watching, make sure I got the right video out. All right, so here you go. If you're looking at this girl right here, this is Christy, and over here is Dana. Dana, great smile, little blue collared a shirt on with a collar on it, buttoned up, but the first 2 buttons are down a little bit. They're not buttoned up all the way. No jewelry, no earrings, no nothing. Clean cut looking kid. And I said kid, she's probably in her mid 50s. Short haircut, real nice, groomed. And then here's another video of Dana. And Dana's sitting here, I guess, next to another friend. And now you can see Dana's taking a selfie with her friend, or with Dana's friend. Let's put it that way. And tattoos on the arm, no rings or any kind of jewelry or anything like that. And then here's Dana with all Dana's friends, and they're all standing around and just like by the pool, and everyone's got a beer in their hand, and everyone's having a great time. So I said, because I was like, all right, cool, it's Dana's birthday. I said, Dana looks like a pretty cool dude. And they said, what the fuck? And I go, what do you mean, what the fuck? Dana is a female. I said, shut up. Now, I'm looking at this picture. Hear me out, because I know my wife's probably rolling her eyes right now. Dana, okay, now that you say she's a female, Dana's a female. Dana is a female. I can see Dana, but Dana is a very masculine-looking female. I didn't know what Dana was or who Dana was. I just said, Dana looks like a pretty cool dude. Thumbs up, big smiles, tattoo on the arm, drinking beer, taking selfies. Cool. Happy birthday to Dana. Dana looks like a cool dude. Oh, I got the rundown. And then the next day, I wanted to go back and apologize, and everything, all my comments were taken off. And I go, well, what the hell did I do? I don't know fucking Dana from fucking Jesus Christ walking down the street. And I'm going to go back to camera 1 here so you can see me. I just thought I was being nice. They thought I was being rude. Do I know Dana? No, I don't know. That's all I said. And they took all the things down, and I got all this like hate spam and all this other stuff. I'm like going, Jesus Christ, damned if you do and damned if you don't. So I just wanted to say, why did they take my comment down instead of just explaining, hey, no, instant rage, automatically instant rage. Like, you did this on purpose. You did this. Dana is a girl, and Dana, she's a lesbian. And this is the way she looks. And I'm like going, I don't know. And don't sit here and get mad at me. Just say, oh, hey, Deacon didn't know that Dana's this, and this is the way Dana is. Hey, just a little FYI type thing, which is always annoying in itself. It's kind of like, bitch. But just, this is what's going on. And I would apologize completely. I would have sent Dana a prize pack from one of our stuff here. Just all that things. I just thought it was kind of odd that they just blew up because I said that one little thing and not knowing, I don't know. We're too sensitive. Lighten up, people. Please lighten up. All right. When we come back, this guy needs to lighten up because he shot and killed some people that jumped on his yard. Yeah. Get off my lawn type deal. We'll dive into that story when we come back. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget, we want to hear from you, and the way you can be part of the show at any given time is go to Prophet Radio, proud sponsors of Deacon Live. At the bottom of the page says Be Heard. So if you've got a microphone on whatever device you've got, tablet, your PC, your smartphone, you got a microphone on that, you can open that up, speak right into it, and comes right into our inbox, and we'll play it on this podcast if you get it in quick enough, or the very next podcast. And you can ask us anything you want. You can tell us anything you want. And don't forget, the end of the year is coming up, and we don't do New Year's resolutions. We do New Year's predictions. So get your I'm sorry, I got something going on here. So get your New Year's predictions in now, and we'll play them on the air as the weeks go on leading up to the end of the year. And don't forget, get yourself something for free over at Prophet Radio, and they'd just like to say thank you for being part of the show. Now, being a part of the show is one of the things that's going on right now with Taylor Swift. It's a huge tour, the Eras Tour. I think she's booked all the way through 2025 or something stupid like that. Is she going to tour for almost 2 years with this show? Is she going to put out another album? Well, what's happening right now, she had a... Oh, fuck me. There we go. Right now, she's sitting in Rio de Janeiro, and Taylor Swift's Rio tour is being marred by deaths, muggings, and dangerous heat waves. In Rio de Janeiro, the death of 2 people, muggings, and dangerous heat left waves of legions of Taylor Swift Brazilian fans angry and disappointed in the 3-day journey the pop star had in their city, which continues all the way till Monday night. Gabrielle Minoit Santa... Oh, God. Her name has got 5 things long. So let me try this. Gabriel Minoit Santana Milahaman Santos, 25, a fan who traveled from the country's center west region to see Swift, was stabbed to death in the Copacabana beach about 3 a.m. So hold on. It's not because of Taylor Swift that she got stabbed. She was on the beach, and she was on this beach at 3 a.m. in the morning, and someone stabbed her. She just happened to be going to the Taylor Swift concert. So let's not rule that as a death. I'm sure people, while Taylor Swift was there, let's say just the laws of averages, people had heart attacks. 12 people had heart attacks. And do they link that to Taylor Swift because of being in town? The second death at her concert, which they're blaming Taylor Swift for, is a fan. The second death of the Swift fan was in 4 days. On Friday, 23-year-old Ana Carla Benavides Machado fell ill during the singer's first show in the city and died later on in the hospital. The fans also reported fading from extreme heat, being mugged, and getting caught in a police raid. Rio's municipal health department said, what's her name? I want to say Carla. What was that her name? Yeah, Carla. Said that Carla, who, according to a friend, passed out during Swift's second song, Cruel Summer, experienced cardiorespiratory arrest, and then the exact cause of her death is still not known. The institute has to examine the body on Saturday, and additional laboratory tests can be conducted online. So she might have been, overheated. She could have been on drugs. She could have been, doing cocaine and stuff, but they attribute that to Taylor Swift. She died at Taylor Swift's show. Before the show on Friday, fans lined up outside for hours in the Nilton Santos Olympic Stadium, where the temperature soared to about 105 degrees with a heat index of 138. Inside the stadiums, concertgoers complained about unbearable heat and said that some had difficulty getting access to water. Now, do you blame Taylor Swift for that? Now, I couldn't tell you one Taylor Swift song from another. The only one I know is the Screen Door song. Can you play that song again? That's the only Taylor Swift song I know. I probably lost. There goes the rest of my audience right out the door. But do you blame Taylor Swift or do you blame the venue? I would sue the venue. Taylor Swift's just standing up on stage doing what she does, and they're the ones that booked her. They're the ones that are responsible for that. A young lady said, "I didn't imagine that the dream could turn into a nightmare. Once security let them through," she said, "people started running and she fell on the hot metallic floor and burned her leg and back. They also took me to the doctor and they saw that I wasn't the only person that had fallen in the chaos. Many people fell and burned themselves on the hot concrete. Unfortunately, that night's show was postponed after tens of thousands of fans had spent hours lining up in the heat." Swift announced on Instagram that it was necessary to cancel the show due to extreme temperatures in Rio de Janeiro. Now, so do you blame Taylor Swift for the muggings? No, you're going to have that anytime. For example, here's a big thing. The Super Bowl takes over a town. I mean, literally takes over the town. Everything that they have their own rules and stuff. So if you get killed while while the Super Bowl's in town, do they say, okay, the Super Bowl killed you? Things happen all the time. Now, whether it's related to the concert or related to the show or just secondary things that are happening outside of that, you shouldn't lump that on Taylor Swift. They're just trying to look for a news article. They're trying to put the blame on Taylor Swift like she has everything to do with this. She doesn't. Like I said, the places book her. They say, hey, how many fans you got? 50 million fans. All right. How many fans do you think will come to the show? Probably half of them. All right. Do you have the facility? And Taylor Swift would go, do you have the facilities to take care of these, however many fans come out? Yes, we do. We sure do. All right, I'll sign right here on the dotted line. You guys are responsible for anything that happened to my fans. Bitches. So don't blame Tay-Tay. She got nothing to do with it. She can't even walk around without her heels breaking. Now, this guy here in Custer County, Custer County, had a dispute based on property lines. Now, out here in the country, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town called Marshville, home of Randy Travis. We are a very rural rural county. We're a rural area. We have chicken houses. We have cattle here on the property. Here are 22 some odd acres. We have horses that my wife trains and rides. And, you know, it's probably a small little feat to cross a property line or figure out where a property line is with all these other, you know, complexes around where we live. But our town's only about 2,500 people. Everybody knows everybody type deal. So I just had a conversation with my neighbor this morning. He's got some dead cypress trees that are technically the property line. And he's asking me, he's like, do you mind if I cut these down and replace them with something else that's a little bit more, you know, aesthetically pleasing? I'm like, you don't have to ask me. They're your trees. Do what you want, man. You know? So it's just that kind of neighborhood. Now, like I said, in Custer County, this is what we know about a man shooting and killing several people because of a property line dispute. More details are emerging about the long-running property dispute that ended in a fatal shooting in Custer County this past week. Ham Clark, H-A-N-M-E, Hammy, I'm going to just call him Ham, 45, was captured Tuesday morning by the New Mexico State Police near Albuquerque after 25 hours on the run. Police said he fatally shot 3 people and critically wounded a 4th. Our neighbors were not involved with the shootings. Other neighbors not involved in the shooting have accused Clark of harassing them, denying them a court order use of his property to access their property. The posted sign saying he was armed, and the posted sign saying that he was armed. The shooting broke out early Monday morning as surveyors were working on the property owned by Rob Gears. By the property owner by Rob Gear near Clark's residency, near West Cliff, about 50 miles southwest of Colorado Springs. So 50 miles outside of Colorado Springs. The town is set in a valley between 2 mountain ranges, and the area is home to both farms and ranches, as well as vacation homes. Sounds like a beautiful place there, Ham. The surveyor told the investigators that the man Gears, identified as Clark, approached him, yelling about trespassing, and then started to shoot. What are you doing? I'm surveying. Kabam! Get off my lawn. The surveyors were able to escape, running to a home about a half a mile away. Clark's arrested, running down a home about a half mile away. According to the document, Patty Dalton, who was wounded in the shooting, called 911 saying that she thought her husband and 2 other people had been shot to death. Gunfire could be heard in the background of the call. The victims were identified as Gears, 63, his wife, Beth, 73. Whoa. Beth getting the youngins. James Dalton at 58, and Patty Dalton, the husband. James Dalton, 58. Patty Dalton's husband, the one who was being treated for other gunshot injuries. The Daltons and Gears own the property near Clark's house in Custer County. So there you go. Rob Gears had accused Clark of trespassing on his land 4 times. The court record said in the shooting on November 17th, Gears said a hidden camera captured an image of a man dressed in a hunting gear and carrying a rifle and his face covered on his land, said that he was sure that it was Clark. So there you go. I got to read that sentence again. On November 17th, Gears said A hidden camera captured an image of a man dressed in hunting gear, carrying a rifle, and his face covered on his land. He said he was sure it was Clark. He also claimed that Clark and his girlfriend had decided to target him and his wife for harassment and trespassing. And then they became concerned when they saw a weapon. The property dispute had led the sheriff's deputies arrived several times in recent years, but there was no indictment that would lead them to violence. A week before the shooting, another landowner said that Clark had been in contempt. That Clark be held in contempt of a week before the shooting, another landowner asked that Clark be held in contempt of a 2022 court order that allowed them to cross the suspect's property to access their own land. The suspect had been accused earlier of locking the gates and posting a sign near the gate that said, "The owner of the property is armed." Easements are legal. Easements are a legal right to cross someone else's land, usually to access one's own personal property, and often a vital in rural American communities such as this one. Property boundaries in the county are created. Property boundaries in the county created soon after the Civil War were not always clear as they would be in like cities. So this guy had a piece of property. Get out of this story. This guy had a property and he's like going, you can't access your house over there. Well, basically my house was built back here. I've got to access like this 10 foot of gravel road to get to my house. Do you mind if we, share a driveway? No. What do you mean? No, my house is there. I got to cross, find another way. Well, I got to drive 2 miles around to the back and then clear out. Not my problem. All right, Clark, I'm going to do a court order. Here comes the court order. Here comes the easement. You have to let these people go through. No, I don't. That's my property. Well, we'll see you in court. I'll see you on the fields. So sure enough, Clark shot at 4 people, killing 3, injuring 1. And now he's been caught after being on the run for 25 hours over there on that property. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lighten up. I mean, you got people in cities that are living on top of each other that get along better than people that live on large acres of land. And you're afraid that these little people that are just need access, they're crossing your, a ditch to get to their house. That's what bothers you. That's what bothers you. Give me a break. All right. When we come back, Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita are putting together, I think, Karate Kid 17 or something like that. I'll get into that story when we come back. Are they too old to be doing it? I thought Pat Morita died a long time ago. Well, we'll see what happens there. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want something for free? Well, we'll give you something for free. The way you got to get those, you got to do me a favor. Go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. At the top of the page says free swag. You can see all the shows that Prophet Radio sponsors. This one right here, and then there's several other ones up there. They just want to say thank you for joining us and listening to us and giving us your attention for some time now. So pick out whatever prize pack you want and check out those shows as well. You can find those over there at ProphetRadio.com. It's not email grab or anything. They just want to say thank you. And also make sure you click on Be Heard. You can be podcast famous. Talk into whatever device you got that's got a microphone. Comes right to our studio here, and we'll play it in real time as we're playing the podcast right now. Now, The Karate Kid came out. Let's see what year it came out. Make sure I'm on the right camera here. Karate Kid, first movie came out in 1984. And it had Ralph Macchio, Daniel LaRusso as Pat Morita's Mr. Miyagi tries to teach him. If you haven't seen the first Karate Kid, I highly recommend you go out and get it. It probably dates a little bit. I don't know if it holds up to the test of times, but it's a great movie. And then in 2010, Jaden Smith stepped into the role as a trainee role named Chan. It was a decent success with lukewarm reviews, but it sold about $350 million worldwide gross. Now, what's really keeping the Karate Kid going is in the modern age, however, is a TV spinoff called Cobra Kai. I believe my wife watched Cobra Kai. I watched it a couple times. The acting was kind of, it was okay, but if you can get past the acting, I guess my wife says it's fun to watch. And This is taking place years after the events of The Karate Kid, where he sees William Zabka returning as the bully, Johnny Lawrence, re-examining the franchise world at this point where Cobra Kai takes place. Machio stars in the series as well. First airing on YouTube Red in 2018 and 2019, the critically beloved show moved to Netflix for season 3 and 5. So I didn't know that. They did Cobra Kai on YouTube first, and then Netflix said, let's do this up right, and brought the other 3 seasons over. 2 seasons, 3 seasons. There's math there somewhere. So, and it was also renewed for a 6th and final season, although the development was paused over the summer amid the writer's strike. Now, currently, it is unclear whether season 6 with the Cobra Kai will air, but at least we know we got plenty of more Karate Kid on the way. So, where's the story, though? Oh, here it is. So, the new Karate Kid movie is on the way with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. See, I thought Pat Morita did die. So, they say, right now, get ready for more Karate Kid. So, like I said, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio made a... I might have messed up the Chan. Jackie Chan was in with Jada. I'll fix that later. So, the new series is going to have Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio made the announcement on Tuesday that they will be reprising their roles for the new Karate Kid film. It's currently on the set. Its currently set release date is December 13th, 2024. Released through Sony Pictures. So there's a little bit of money behind it. While Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio are back, they still have to find their quote-unquote new Karate Kid. They're kicking off a global casting search to do it. Oh, it's gonna be like Bring It On, where they have the montage of all the people that can't do it, all the funny stuff like you see for like what is it, American Idol type deal where all the floppers get out there. This Tuesday announcement includes a call to action to submit additional videos for certain roles. Jonathan Entwistle will direct the new Karate Kid movie from the script by Rob Lieber and Karen Roosevelt, best known for Twilight and the Percy Jackson franchise, as well in The Devil Wears Prada. So the plot details are under wrap, but still, I don't know if we're ready for a movie version again of the Karate Kid. They got kind of really weird, like part 3. I don't know. They just spun out of control. They were trying to recap everything and try to do things in weird locations. Let's do the same story in Japan. Let's do the same story in, Mongolia. Damn you, Mongolians. Screwed up the Karate Kid. Now, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I pray to God that everyone out there doesn't screw up their meal. Like I said, my wife and I, we do 2 turkeys, but we do the chicken breast, the white meat only. So we got 2 8-pounders. We'll cook one for dinner that night. And it's just me. It's just my wife, myself, and my dad. And then we'll have enough left over. We'll cook another turkey for the leftovers. But believe it or not, some people actually eat tofurkey. They have sold over 7.5 million vegan-friendly wheat and flour-based turkeys this holiday season. This fantastic video inside the plant, based on the turkey factory that feeds millions of veggie Americans this year, is guaranteed to put you off from Thanksgiving meal. So I don't know where the video's at, but we got pictures from it. So here we go. It's a Thanksgiving holiday tradition. It's cherished as the corny dad jokes and cranky debates that it produces around the dinner table. A vegetarian or vegan-friendly turkey roast. Faux turkey roast. Tofurkey. Did I say that right? Every year, the company... Who makes it? So, workers at its... Well, who's making it? It doesn't say the factory. So, workers at an Oregon factory can produce 60 or 6,000 roasts in a 10-hour shift. So, every year, this company makes tofu and wheat-based turkeys substitute. Oh, God. Here we go. End of the show. Wrap it up. Every year, this company makes the tofu and wheat-based turkey substitute shift production from its line of everyday plant-based cold cuts and meats to a mad dash to deliver enough of its trademark roast in time for the holiday. So they already make plant-based products. So it's not like they're making turkey products and then switching the vats and stuff and washing them and cleaning them. No, they're already a vegetarian or vegan type facility. The workers make, bake, and package 6,000 holiday roasts in a 10-hour shift each season. Approximately 7.5 million tofurkeys roasts have been sold since the savory entry was invented in 1980. But the process of mixing industrial qualities of the tofu and wheat, or what they call masa, to wrap up around each of the tofurkey's interior with wild rice stuffing isn't always pretty. Here's a look at inside one of the factories where the vegan sausage is made. So here's a couple of pictures here. It looks like anything, a packaging plant. So if you want to look at the pictures, you look at them yourself. It's not that impressive. But roughly, here's the thing. This is what's impressive. A total of roughly 175 workers and 50 at the parent plant in Turkey Island Foods. So there you go. Oh, I'm sorry, Turtle Island Foods in Hood River. Try it again. So roughly 175 workers and 50 at the parent company, Turtle Island Foods in Hood River factory alone, leap into production this year to crank out the tofurkey. Each shift, 4 people are responsible for making the masa, or the wheat blend, which is mixed with canola oil, water, and savory seasonings that appropriate the autumn luminal texture and flavor. Another employee takes a solitary task of making the wild rice stuffing for themselves. Another lone employee at each shift takes the task of assembling all the dry seasoning mix for the tofurkey. The two mixtures are then combined in an industrial procedure inspired by the factory's production at Nabisco Fig Newton bars, and nested funnel within a funnel, nested with a funnel within a funnel. So they got whatever they make the Fig Newtons out of. They used kind of like the same machine to squirt the stuff inside of another squirt the stuff to join the savory goops into a tube with a long shaft at the end. Once cooked and refrigerated, these packages are then boxed. The two mixtures are then combined in an industrial procedure inspired by the factory's production. All right. Once it's cooked and refrigerated, all right, a single turkey roast with gravy, which feeds about 5, retails for about $13.50. 97% of our production is on our own plant in Hood River, according to the Turtle Factory Island CEO, James Athos, who took over the role from his stepfather, Seth. We had challenges around packing. We were also caught off guard by the huge increase in gluten prices, first driven by COVID and then because of the war in the Ukraine, which is a major wheat exporter nationwide, or worldwide, I should say. Unfortunately, although the process looks gray, muddy, and unappetizing, of course, it surely fares better than the industrial gore and cruelty that many of the meat processing facilities, particularly in the 8 states, go through. So, does it taste like tofurkey, or does it taste like real turkey? The CEO says, no, we don't want to get that close because then we start causing issues and problems. So they said, hey, this is another substitute. It looks like a turkey. It acts like a turkey, but does it taste like a turkey? No, it's just edible and it's got some kind of protein and stuff for it. So if you want to go out there and have that, I understood the tofu, but I never understood, if you don't want to eat meat, why would you want something to design and be like meat? Oh, I like hamburgers. You're going to have to sit down and explain that to me. And if you'd like to explain to me, by all means, go over to profitradio.com. At the bottom of the page says Be Heard. Explain to me all day long. I want to hear why you don't want to eat meat, but then you want something that looks like meat. It doesn't make any sense to me. But my brain's simple, and I digress. And this woman right here, if you're ready for your air travel, getting ready for the holidays, you do not want to see this lady anywhere near you when you go flying. A naked woman, well, let's start with this. If you're not watching this on the video, now's a great chance for you to go over to go over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over to our channel over there. And for every podcast we do, we have a matching video, and you can see us here in the studio and all the articles and stuff in real time as we're talking about them here on the show. So if you're not watching us, here we go. A naked woman, apparently on psychedelic drugs, was caught on camera running through the Chilean airport in a violent attack of other passengers before getting arrested by the police. All right, so if you're not watching us on the video now, I think that first sentence right there should push you over to the YouTube channel as well. Footage taken by bewildered travelers show the bare naked woman calmly stroking her hair before the sudden race towards people milling about the Nuevo Padao Airport in Padao, just outside of Santiago, Chile. Or as they say in my country, Chile. The woman enters the airport car park, and then she begins to screech and jump up and down. Then suddenly she grabs the ponytail of an unexpected woman trying to walk alongside of a man, pulling the woman towards her and onto the floor. The crazed woman then lies down, positioning her bare stomach against the concrete as bewildered travelers look in horror. The airport security staff in the bright orange vest can be seen quietly watching her, but taking no action because God knows what the hell's wrong with that girl. Ay, que lástima. Solamente dos chicas en la cocina. Ay, Dios mío. Because it's, Chile. I don't know. Then the crazy clip ends. So here's all the pictures. According to a news agency, the woman consumed hallucinogenic mushrooms at a party before heading to the airport on November 16 when the incident occurred. She was later arrested by the police and faced many charges of the bizarre actions in the Central European News Agency report. So let's see. Let's go to the video. Where's the video? I had the video. We got the video. I've got the video. Here's the video. Let me refresh here because I probably lost it somewhere. I'm going to switch to the camera 4, Charlie. So we're going to 4. Here we go. So here she is. So here's the video. Get ready. There she goes. She is butt-ass naked. Jumping up and down. Everything's flopping around. And then stands there with her hands on her hips like, what do you think? Oh, she grabbed that girl's, dragged her right to the ground. Now she's laying on the floor, stomach down. That was it. So there you go. If you want to see that video in real time, you can check us out over on the YouTube channel as well. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to enjoying the rest of your day. Make sure you follow us on all your social networks. And the way you find that is go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. Proud sponsors of DeaconLive. Make sure you get yourself something for free over there in the free swag section. Also, we'd love to hear from you. Click on Be Heard. Opens up a microphone on your device, speak right into it, comes right to our inbox, and we'll play it on the very next podcast. You can be anonymous if you want. I don't care. We just want to hear from you. I know you're out there. I see all the different numbers and all the different places. And you people over in Chile, I see you as well. Make sure you do that as well, and we appreciate that. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying good night, and good night.
Wait, come back.
This is the absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Everything looks good on the computer. I hope everything works well.